I'd imagine one would never
Remember
tire
to save
of
enough
this
for
place.
lodging.
I hear no end of praise for your feats of late, sir. An audience with a duke now. You've become quite the lordling. Impressive, really. Have your pick. Any you like.
Hi everyone, Cendril here, and welcome to more Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen. As we will do more than play D&D, promise. We got a lot done last episode. I hope all of you had a great weekend, had a lot of fun, and you're ready for more Dark Arisen. Well, the Dragon's Dogma part. Dark Arisen later.
What will it be today?
Let's see. That is, I believe, everything for Magic Archer. I think the split classes only go to rank 8. They don't get a rank 9. So we will have to decide, and we'll decide a little later. Not right now, but start thinking about those of you that are already here in chat. If you want to see more Magic Archer, or if you would like to see me play another class, that way you can see me play something different. Think on that, and I'll ask later when more people are here.
What will it be today?
How much does... Oh! Gwen has enough for Dragon's Maul. We will buy that. The really big skill, if you remember, is Legion's Bite, the rank 9 skill for fighter. And Dragon's Maul is the upgraded version of it. So...
What will it be today?
She has that on, right? Yeah. Dragon's Maul.
What will it be today?
I just love the name, Dragon's Maul. That's cool. Alright, let's take a look. Escort, 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 escort. So none of that. And let's look for quest. What do we got? Defeat stuff. Let's see. And sorry, there's stuff going on outside my window, if you can hear that. Ambush at some place. Gotta find the idol. Dragon's Maul brings the Dragon's Dogma. Meet Eleanor by night. We have 2 days remaining on the trial, but that should be... We should have already provided enough evidence. Go to Blue Moon Tower for the Griffin. That didn't go well, right? No honor among thieves. Vaquer's rival thieves to the west are supposed a deserter from their gang. Could try that. Let's try that. That way maybe some of the bandits will leave us alone. And then if they end up not leaving us alone, we just wipe them all out. That's fine. We do have some perishable stuff on us, but...
A fellow Justin, have your pick.
I do want to stay till morning.
Understood.
I almost pressed Y to pull up the menu. That would have been unfortunate. Indolent Black. Oh yeah, we got that from a quest. Greased blade doused in oil. Bet Gwen's blade is better, but give it to her anyway. Move to equip. Yeah, the Eden's Warden is better. But we could store it. Hi, Ivan. I saw in High Maze, I saw Eagle here a little earlier. The Master works all, you can't go wrong. Let's see. The Golden Grace is another one of those weapons that's meh as a weapon. Except to sell. So we're gonna sell it. I don't think we had anything else to sell. Go ahead and sell those, I guess. Okay, so we have quite a bit of cash now.
The master works all. Come again.
The Master works all. You can't go wrong.
Why not stay us? Take all the time you like.
Working on recipes. That's cool, sweetheart. What was I going to do?
Take all the time you like. Take all. Do come again.
Oh well, let's. Store the sword
Just have your pick. What will it be
real
today?
quick. And then we can get started on trying to do stuff today. Store that.
What will it be? Have your pick. Come again.
Alright. Here we go. Ooh, that is scary. Oh, I'm glad you're able to get it replaced.
Salvation is on.
See, I want to go to the castle, give this, the other tattered affidavit that we bought. So it's, I think, as the trial gets closer, the more expensive Reynard, the more Reynard charges for them. Instead of being 3,000, 5,000, or it's every time you buy one, it changes.
You are to see me. I pray. Make your choice. I would ask, but the ink. Good. Here. There's time. You are to see. Pray. Make your. I would ask. Material. The inquest has but a few days.
I think we should be okay. We've brought quite a bit of evidence. We have a witness. Like a actual person to speak on his behalf, a guard. Speaking for the person at the main guard at the northern outpost, so that should carry a lot of weight. They should be all right.
Well met. Salvation is on the tongues of everyone.
Okay,
From
let's.
peasants and noble.
So what are we doing? We are going to slay some bandits in the west. That is the current goal.
Have you aught to say?
A place one can live without fear of monsters.
Whatever comes of that, we will see.
Grand Sorin, The beating heart of all Granses.
Trying to take over the world.
We share these roads with traveling peddlers, guardsmen, and other folk.
You claw is Pinky. Technically, he would be Brain. He's the one that says, "Try to take over the world." Ivan says the galaxy after that. Still thinking too small. I want to take over the multiverse. Eagle Claw is the wise sage with the +5 cane. I want a +5 cane. That would hurt.
Grand Sorin stands beyond this way.
+5 is no joke.
Just wait.
Just goblins. Get out of the way. Got bigger things to hunt. Alright. We can go... Why is it telling us to go down here? That's a bit weird, honestly. Ah. Oh, the deserter is over here, I bet. The deserter is hiding out in Casardis. So instead, we're going to head north and just kill other bandits, because I like to think that guy's trying to turn over a new leaf and start over, so we're going to leave him be, and we're just going to kill other bandits, because they deserve to die for being ruthless, mean, and just overall bad people.
I'll warrant this was a proud wall once. Perhaps there's aught nearby.
Hi. Blood, but not the kind you think. Not mine, yours. Come on. It still is, Maze. Somebody else could carry that, because that's heavy. Mage can carry the banner. As if the mage wasn't a big enough target already. Ha!
You cannot be too careful at the water's edge.
Mine too, Eagle. Mine too.
We're likely to find a bountiful harvest tucked in among all these nooks and crannies.
Alright.
Danger stalks even the city streets. Best we remained well equipped.
I see a hobgoblin. We're just gonna follow this path.
Stray from the roads, and you'll soon find monsters arisen.
I'm trying not to talk D&D because that was an hour last stream.
Seems people lived here once. The path diverges.
The monsters that lurk here keep this path all the deserted.
But I will say this, 4 changes up everything really... They really tried to change everything up in 4th edition, but... Hello. Let's not trip the wire. Oh, cool, the pawns jumped over it. That was smart.
There, Master! Wolves! I'll protect
I don't like 4th that much. A lot of people didn't because of just how much different it was from the kind of D&D formula. 5th is really good because it kind of it takes. They wanted to streamline a bunch of things in 4th edition to get new people to play it, but unfortunately it didn't go very well. I don't like 4th edition that much. What they did with 5th was they kept it kind of streamlined, so to encourage new players, but also that's just a pawn, I think. But they also kind of went back to some of the old formula as well. So it's like a blend of 3.5, like 3 and 4. And it actually plays really well.
Strength in numbers.
I only hope we survive.
So I can recommend 5th edition. Especially for newer players. Because it again has that kind of blend to kind of streamline some of the things to where near a deadline to where it's kind of easy for newer players to understand because some of the stuff is streamlined, and it still has some stuff for older players as well that want to go more in depth with their characters, some of the mechanics, make combos, things like that. That's my opinion on 5th anyway. That's how I saw it. And it's really good. 3.5 is still my personal favorite, though. I still have my old AD&D players in DMG. Can't find the monster manual. I don't know where that got to.
Find an opening, then strike. Keep well clear of those
Wolves, leave me alone so I can get to my objective.
Do not just attack blindly.
I'll attack blindly if I want. Close eyes. Ah! I still have an old equipment guide for AD&D.
Massive beasts prowl this
Which is really cool. That's how I learned a lot about weapons, because it wasn't just stats and additional weapons and stuff. It went into detail about each weapon, the arms and equipment guide, where it gave you some like stats on a weapon, not just stats like 1d6 and stuff, like actually how long the weapon is, what it was used for. Some of them had some historical context with it. It is really cool. I really enjoyed that. That helped me really get into weapons at a, like historical weapons and things like that at a young age. Just be kind of fascinated by them. And just the kind of historical context of how they were used, how they were made.
Take care, you aren't soaked in water.
And take care, you aren't soaked in water. Do they? Gwen found a fish. Good job, Gwen. That crow have 1,000 gold coins? Yeah. Rich crow. Would like to try to stay on the average side of weight, but that's not going to happen, but I can try. Oh yeah, pumpkin. Combine it with other materials. Okay, this one's different. Toadstool sitter. The roomy shroom, which is cool. Eat the pumpkin! Because it doesn't heal that much, if I remember right. Not as much as I thought it did. Grapes are great healing items if you can find them.
Tread carefully. 'Tis the domain of the Western thieves. We'd best tread.
'Tis the domain of the Western thieves. Okay, well, we're here. Come out, come out. It was Scrooge McCrow. Boy, that'd be nice, having Scrooge McDuck money.
The grade is steep, Master. Mind you don't slip.
Because you have to think of the context of not just the cartoon, but then real life as well. Because Scrooge McDuck is the richest in the in that world, right? Like, he's #1, so he has the most money. So if that were to hold true here, you would have the most money, like, more than anybody. So whoever has the most money, add like 30% to that, and that's how much money you would have if you were the Scrooge McDuck of our world. How crazy is that? Like, real money. That'd be nice.
And the sun may set on our errand. Be wary.
Hello. What's in the distance over there? I'll start it off this way.
A band of thieves makes their den not far from us.
Let's see. How many times can I get this to ricochet between the trees? Not bad. Oh, see, that arc's too high. Carefully. Did I buy more mushrooms, or at least I found more mushrooms? I don't know what I would do with Scrooge McDuck money. I don't know either, sweetheart, but it'd be fun. Yes, that is what you would do. Good job, Stone. Attack the tail!
Attack while I hold it!
Attack! There we go, good. Next, the goat head, because it uses spells, and that's annoying. Don't stop attacking! Keep attacking! Ugh. Need stamina. Done! Hey, level 32! Freakish Mane. That's different.
A band of thieves make their den not far.
Like, if I had crazy Scrooge McDuck money, I'd buy a sports team. For sure. Because that'd be fun to own a team.
Stands above us.
He was certainly a challenge. Yeah, totally a challenge. Though not to be underestimated, if he puts you to sleep, he can, with the goat head part, can definitely cause some problems. That's just an enemy I know how to fight extremely well.
Stay wary of the water's edge lest you attract the brine. It will not stop until you are...
Okay, well that dead ended. That's sad. So I haven't seen any bandits. You know, for ruling this territory and having to be scared of the bandits here, they sure aren't around. Oh, no apples. No apples we can collect as an item anyway. You can tell because they'll be a bright red. Random treasure chest, though. Grand Sword and Shield. Give that to Gwen. I believe her Mark of the Chimera shield will be better, but it is. But there's a Great Sword and Shield, which does look cool. I do like the emblem. Waits for the rage. That's correct. And then the herder bandits appear out of nowhere. They can bring it. Alright, let's check the map. Oh man, there's a path around. Do you see that? Over there. Okay, follow the mountain. There's a narrow path on the other side of the well, mountain, quote unquote. Hi! Alright, found some!
They're armed, Master.
Oh, come on, didn't charge. They're armed, Master. Yeah, so are we. To the hideout? Please, run! Oh, that was good, Gwen. I will not allow harm to befall my allies. Oh, you think you're cute. No. No. I want to run to some hideout. Where do y'all want to run to? Where's your hideout? Want to show me? Am I invited? Surely I'm invited, right?
I only hope we survive the next encounter.
Oh, we'll survive. We'll survive unless it's a dragon. And then we still may survive because I'll run. Ivan was semi-right. That was what, 6, 7? I kind of want to wipe them out now. They have a hideout. Then we don't have to worry about bandits at all. Forget just the kill 10 for this loser. Then maybe if we killed him, then we wouldn't have to worry about bandits at all. That's a lie because they'd still spawn. But at least the bandit leaders would be dead.
Whoever did this may be near.
Hopefully more mushrooms. Ooh, yay, more bandits. Haha. It's a good one, mates. Oh, I wanted to say, I don't know if you saw the comment. I've been behind on responding to comments on YouTube. I apologize. But the Resident Evil comment you made about Uzium 238. Great reference. I didn't think about that at all. That would have been a really good one to make too. You know, I went D&D because we just talked about D&D. So I went Black Ooze, but Uzium 238. Good one. Cendril, don't be mean.
Treacherously steep.
I won't be mean. To you all, anyway. The bandits,
You'll be fine so long as I'm here.
Master!
There is no need to be reckless, Master.
Talk is, a band of women thieves makes their den in these parts.
Huh. A band of female thieves.
But
Okay.
Lee's hold is near.
What's Uzium 238? It's a, think of like a gelatinous cube. Eagle. It's a enemy in Advance Wars Dual Strike,
What a drop.
which is a strategy game.
Open space is about to reach out and take you.
Cast a monster down below and it won't soon return.
Hi! Still don't remember how to take the helmet off, which is sad.
Before striking.
I'll give aid.
I'll grab its leg before it's
Please don't knock us off. That would be unfortunate. Or don't have your tusk be knocked off the side either. That would also be unfortunate.
I've learned a new way to fight this.
Okay, then with the other tusk, where is it? I want to grab it while I can. Jump up. Okay, maybe you can beat up the helmet because that's what the other guy is trying to do. Okay, I'm gonna jump off of here. If you're not doing a lot of damage, you might want to try taking the helm off. But you see, we're doing a lot of damage, so it's just not worth your time. Just attack and get rid of him. Because you can break it off, break the armor off eventually. Ow. Oh man. Somebody got knocked off. We got knocked off. I need to kill you real quick. Uh-oh. Hold on. While I'm falling through the air. It did not slide down. Where's my Skyrim mechanics game? Okay, let's survive the fall. Carrot. I can eat all the carrots. Nope, still didn't survive. Lame. Even at full health. Man, it looked like there was a slope there I could go down. But instead the game jumped. Your Skyrim mechanics are in Skyrim. They need to be here. You all have done that in those kind of games before, where you slide down the slope so you don't take any damage. But instead, he didn't slide at all. It's like he jumped off of the... He jumped off the cliff there. So that was lame. Oh well. Do it again. That's what I get for trying to save the pawn. The kind person that I am. It's fine. Now we know where we're going. Yay, money. And an egg. And if the bandits want to jump us again, that's great. This was before we killed the Chimera, so sadly we don't have the Chimera kill. That's a shame. And you can do it in all open world games.
We needn't get soaked through.
Sorcerer.
Here's what I think about what you think of trespassers. I didn't take much from that.
Think well before striking.
Let me get rid of the mage first. Another one to the hideout. Again, I kind of wish one would run back to the hideout so I could see. They say that, but then they continue fighting, so I'm not gonna let him just swing at me.
Anytime.
I'll take that.
I see some Saurians over there. That's interesting. Moldy pumpkin. Use the pumpkin. There's a little path up here. Let's see where all this leads. Take the small path. That'll probably get us toward the hideout.
Some beasts near. Stay sharp.
Cursewood. It's an interesting name there. Hello. Harspud juice. Apple. Sorry. See, now we're sliding down. Look at that. See? Come on, game.
Tis the domain of the Western thieves. We'd best tread lightly.
We'd best tread lightly. Or shoot them.
Ground bears tracks. A wild animal of some sort.
An ancient scroll. Seen that item before. Okay, this is where we follow this path up. Hi! Oh, good! You're here on the ground this time. Not up on the path.
I'll grab its leg before
This time you get to die for sure.
We'll see a week.
Counter after they strike.
Oh, really, goblins?
Then strike.
Or no, rogues. Really, rogues? Come on. Are you not afraid of the Cyclops? Because I guarantee the Cyclops is not a pet. Y'all are not that cool to have a Cyclops as a pet. So, don't give me that. Grab all the herbs and stuff. Okay, back to the matter at hand.
Aim for its weapon arm. Please hit.
Attack! Just stab the bottom of your foot.
Cannot breach its arm.
feel its head.
Perhaps the Cyclops was their boss. I'm not gonna say the Cyclops is that smart to be their boss. Man, I'm just being mean to the Cyclops and the rogues. Oh well.
Take my lightning.
He's not healing, so I'll heal myself.
You must be cautious.
It is mad with rage, but oh well. There it goes.
Do not just attack.
Done. Bye.
What's that?
Man, the music in this game is really good. Don't attack Blinky. He's friendly. He just wants a hug. Too late.
Would have left these giant footprints behind. A scene of an attack, most
But he has the most HP. This is true. He does have the most HP.
Sorcerer master.
Looking for trouble. Depends. Where are you? Hi.
Attack blind.
Mage? Meet gunpowder. Gunpowder, meet mage. That was really satisfying. Don't know why, but it was.
If victory is
How are you, G? Welcome to the stream. You are just an hour late today,
What's this?
so not super late.
It is a far different climb from the capital. Perhaps it bears no.
And I even started a little late because there was a email I had to send out. Had to. You don't take kindly to trespassers. Well... Repeat the rival thieves' defeat? Oh, I thought I said rival leaders there for a second. I was like, man, that was the leader? I just blew them up with the...
just wait. We'll see a
The leader was just out here and I blew them up with the barrel.
Grand strike.
She is not having a good day. Stab, stab, stab.
Seems we've won.
Strength in numbers, Arisen.
Come on, cast.
Leave it to me.
There you go. Oh, deer! We need to hunt deer for the quest. I don't want them to run. You can only find deer out in the forest. Think out this way. It's the only place you can find them, actually.
The grade
Bandit.
is steep, Master. Mind you don't slip.
We don't take kindly to outsiders, Cendril. Boom!
The animals are a source of meat.
Using the explosive barrel is fun. I haven't got too much. Yes, because of the time difference. I got you. Was it 10 deer? I think it was.
We'll like to find a bountiful harvest tucked among all these nooks and crannies.
Quest successful. There we go.
Man
Done.
claims the sea is mother to all life. This bond sees only
Another quest done. Alright. Now let's... Oh, it's not showing the circle anymore because we technically completed the quest. But I want to find their hideout. How was everyone's weekend? Mine was pretty good.
Monsters
the
always
terrain is wild
They're
and
on,
varied
Master.
here. Let's choose our path carefully.
Oh, you got more HP. What you fancy? Maybe not. Bye. You all are much more hardy, seasoned bandits, I guess. Oh boy. Stand up. Okay, enough of you archers. You're doing a lot of stun and a lot of... Oh, wrong spell. That one. Get knocked down. Alright. Ooh, that was fun. Our secret hideout is that huge castle you can see from miles away with the big arrow saying Bandit Castle pointing at it. I wish. Make it easier for me to find. Probably some cave.
They're left exposed.
Alright, who's still firing? Because I'm seeing arrows, and none of my characters use arrows.
I'll have nightmares from that one.
Oh man, we don't have any hunk of ore on us, really? Alright. Make one of those. Dose of strength. Oh yeah, I still have the carrots. Can use those. Wish I could pick these up, but you can't.
Tent.
You have to just shoot them.
Abandoned by some traveler, perhaps.
Let's see. Catacombs. Bet the hideout is further to the west.
Plants of all
If
kinds
this is
grow
the western region is their region, then they probably hide out way to the west. Probably up that mountain path that I was
Too long,
taking.
And the sun may set on our errand. Be wary.
Definitely take all the
Many alive
mushrooms.
was ended by
Help
falling
me.
from too great a height.
Ha! Thanks, Gwen. Oh! Hi!
I'll grab hold of it.
Do not just attack blindly.
We need to sever the tail!
Ow. Unfortunately, it keeps moving, so...
I'll steal it. Strike while it's distracted.
Gotcha.
I'll grab hold of it. Take my lightning.
Keep attacking. Alright, we get another shot at this. There we go.
Attack! Now, focus your attack.
Goat head part.
Lightning. Nice.
There we go. The goat is silenced. Oh man, the word knocks you off.
Magic will steal the lion's head.
Magic. Oh well, actually, you can cast magic. Oh, now we get the ambush quest.
I'll mount the beast and hold it.
Because it charged us, but I guess we weren't in the right spot to technically have the quest. Say, haven't we met before? Done. There we go. Now we can grab everything. Good. Freakish scale. Have those now in the freakish main. Cool. Good stuff.
I'll do your wounds.
Hi, Neko. Okay, we gotta take this way over here to get up the mountain. Okay, now we're kind of back where we were. Here's the guard, the bandits that were waiting for us. This time I get the first shot, though. Yeah, I did last time, but I missed.
Take them down! Armed rogues! Take them down!
That is cool. To the hideout!
Find an
No,
opening.
you don't get to go to the hideout.
Do not strike blindly.
After they strike. Watch for their magic.
Hi.
It seems we've won.
Does seem we've won. Yeah, we've had several people show up
What's that?
throughout the past week. Some have stayed. Some have just stopped by for a little bit and then left, and I haven't seen them again, sadly. So at least seeing them in chat, they could still be here. I don't have viewer list pulled up.
Whoever did this may be near.
But it's been a lot of fun.
Tis treacherously steep.
Think you killed it when you brought up D&D Friday? No, they had left before we started talking D&D.
Talk is, a band of women thieves makes their den in these parts.
Okay, so they're gonna be... Yes, the answer is yes. Revenge! For the fallen pawn!
It's like the open space is about to reach out and take you. Cast a monster down below, and it won't soon return.
That was great. The people that were here were really, really enjoyed it. And hopefully people came back for more Dragon's Dogma.
Master, Cyclones! A brilliant hit!
There we go. Well, that worked about as well as I wanted it to. I will keep firing. We don't even have the battle music yet. He's not close enough to start the battle music. That's funny.
I have you now.
Please don't
Oh, here we go.
Just wait. You'll see a weakness. Coming with lightning!
fallen. Now,
Ah!
none may touch the Arisen.
None may touch. Oh, Gwen, that was so awesome. She knocked me out of the hands. None may touch the Arisen. Awesome, Gwen. Good job. Grab the tusk. Hand the tusk to other people. Oh, that puts Gwen at light. Hand it to Snake. Take that. Too sneaky for boss music. Sneaky, sneaky. Yeah, the quest name Ambush. Yeah, whenever you have a really big enemy to attack, it gets the ambush tag when you're just out wandering around.
Now attack! It's our friend!
And that's it. Pick up all the stuff.
Many alike was ended by falling from too great a height.
Despawn. Because I think there's still more items, but I can't. There we go. Stone got it. Good. Okay. Let's keep going. Well, The pawns got utterly destroyed by by rocks. Yes, you have healing items. You should use them. I'm glad you've been enjoying the Resident Evil 5 LP, Neko. I hope a lot of people have been. It's been a lot of fun. The Ruins of Heaven's Speak Fort. This place sounds fancy.
This hold is home to thieves now.
This hold is home to thieves now, huh?
All will be satisfied. These bandits' leader will not even speak with a man.
Oh, really?
It would go much easier were we able to use this gate.
Keep watch for falling rocks as we walk this.
Lantern.
Master.
Keep watch for falling rocks. So you should have said that. Told your fellow pawns that 30 seconds ago. Nothing there. Hi. Okay.
Why are you here?
Because?
You haven't left yet?
Not yet. I'd kill you all, but... Don't think you can get... You can actually get quests like we got the quest from that other bandit. I don't think you can from these bandits because they're all female if you're a male character.
Hey, don't go thinking you're actually worth something.
You the leader?
You're in the way, outsider.
Taking your stuff. Well, that exploded, alright. Wasn't me!
This fort was built by a duke of old. I reckon it's worth investigating.
Oh, baby. People are mean to you.
I know, and then I have to kill them. It's sad. Care to test your luck? Now, there should be a leader somewhere around, but again, I don't think I can talk to them because, well, I'm male. And they only give quests to female characters. Because that's the whole thing about their gang. If you haven't noticed, hadn't got the memo. Oh, that's just back here. Okay. I don't think there's anything we can do here, sadly. Oh well.
It would be wise to not arouse the ire of the local bandits.
Be off with you.
Okay.
Afraid the poor girls might hurt you?
Not at all, but I wish one of them would speak to me so I could negotiate. Let there be peace between the bandits and the kingdom. Stop being bandits. Become mercenaries and keep the road safe.
As we walk the slopes, Master.
Instead of, you know, terrorizing the roads. And then when they say no, well, we just do it the old-fashioned way to get the old-fashioned way of getting rid of bandits. Like that. Okay. Well, guess the only thing to do is get out of here. I could put a port crystal up here. I don't mind walking back up here. Let's go back to town. Back to Grand Soren.
Man to meet. You wore a woman's fit. It is a port crystal. One can reach it from anywhere with the use of a magic item.
Alright.
Be they man or pawn, 'tis hard to do aught alone.
The life of a salesman surely has its own trials.
Have you ought to sell? This inn can serve as the hub of our
Yeah, there's
journeys.
Reynard.
Aye, the inn offers a clean bed, but it deals in vocations and skills besides.
I hear no end of praise for your feet. An audience with a duke. Have your pick. Any you like.
Have your pick. Who do you like?
What will it be today?
Right. Inventory management. Store all of that. Summary Cal. Female only. You see the symbol here. Only females can use it. Store that. Okay. Hi, Binary.
What will it be today? What
I
will it
don't
be
need to
today?
buy anything right now.
Have your pick. Any you like.
Have your pick. Who do you like?
What will it be today?
Okay, so now here's the question. Now that I have a good amount of people here in chat. Do you want me to A, stick with Magic Archer and just continue playing as Magic Archer? Or do you want me to switch to another class? That way you can see another... You can see me play something else. And we'll see what chat says. I think I'll keep Gwen as fighter.
What will it be today? Have your pick. Any you like.
I'd be interested in seeing a new class. New classes. We have Magic Archer. You can always switch back to it. There's Fighter, which is the same thing as Gwen, but you can see me play as it. That's a basic vocation. I'd like to see some kind of warrior for now all classes we had were magic ones. Okay. It's a bit more specific. There's Fighter, which again is the same as Gwen, but I take some of her old gear and I would actually show off using some of the fighter skills. There is Strider, which is kind of like what we are now, daggers and bows. But the bow skills would be different. They would be using like the oil arrow and the things like that. There's Mage, which is what we started out as. There's Warrior, which we've seen pawns of, but you can see me play as it. They use long swords or warhammers, basically big two-handed weapons. Ranger, which uses a longbow, and daggers, again, it's just a different version of Magic Archer. Instead of using a magic bow, you're using a longbow. You get different skills and such. Like, the bow skills will be different. But it does play similar-ish because of the daggers to Magic Archer. There is Sorcerer, which uses Archstaff, really big spells. There is Mystic Knight, which is kind of like Magic Archer, except you use a magic shield, which is a special kind of shield, and you use it's a mix between fighter and mage. Assassin is really high damaging. You can use bows. You can also use swords, daggers. It's a mix between fighter and the Strider class. You have a lot of high damaging attacks. You do have the bow, but mainly you're going to be up close, if I remember right, from Assassin. Assassin could be fun. See, I'd like to see Assassin. Can Mystic Knight use heavy armor? It uses the heaviest armor. It uses really heavy armor like the Warrior does. It can also use robes, but it can use really heavy armor. Assassin looks interesting. Okay, well, I'm seeing a lot of Assassin. Yeah, let's play as the Assassin. We'll have to level up the vocation, which we can do just attacking and, you know, killing enemies. So it starts off at rank 1, but we can't have all the discipline still, which is good. Ryuji votes for Mystic Knight. Okay, most people voted for Assassin, but I really appreciate you telling me what you wanted to pick anyway. It gives people a thought for the next time if we end up switching again before the game's over. Depends on how much rank I get. All right, we will switch to Assassin. A lot of the stuff from Magic Archer will still be able to use. So we could still use the razors. Can't use the wizard helm. We'll have to find a new helmet. Can't use that. We can use the padded armor. Equip that. We need clothing. And we could use the bone plate armor. You can use some heavier stuff as as assassin. For now, we'll grab the linen shirt. Could wear the scale coat. The padded armor is max. We'll go with the padded armor now. We'll look through for heavy. You can wear some. You can wear medium armor as an assassin. Even some like medium heavy stuff as the assassin, if I remember right, because of the fighter part of it. Like the scale coat, for example. Things that would be locked out to medium armor, you'll be able to wear. Can't wear all heavy armor, but you can wear some. Okay, we could still wear the sleeves. We can wear the steel-toed boots. We can equip that. As I had the scholar cape. So a lot of the armor we can still wear, but some of it we can't. Also, we'll buy a sword as well. You can also use a shield, by the way, as assassin as well. You can't, I don't think you can use the dagger and the shield at the same time. You might be able to. Yeah, sure can. Okay, great. We'll grab the shield. And we'll look for a sword as well. Could use the broadsword.
Have your pick. Any you like. What will it be today?
Weapons. We'll need a bow. We can use this direwolf bow. We can take that with us. Scholar cape, the most appropriate garbs for an assassin. Assassins can do that. Can do that, Neko, as you'll see when we go through and get some of the skills. I'll take the broadsword. We'll see how we want to fight. I kind of want to get rid of these, like, DLC armors, I guess is what they are. Because they're confusing me of the things that I've gotten myself. Anyway, everything else was good except for the headpiece. We'll need to find some headpiece to use.
What will it be today?
Okay.
Have your pick. Any you like.
Have your pick. Any you like.
What will it be today?
Okay. For the assassin, we can learn just a few skills because we're only a rank 1 assassin. Assassins masquerading as scholars works in Assassin's Creed, so why not here? Mace brings up a good point. Okay, we can learn broadcut, which is a standard sword technique for fighters. Intimate strike, which is assassin only, delivers a quick stab and withdraw slash without distancing user and target, allowing for further blows thereafter. So, if I remember right with intimate strike, it's like it sounds like an assassin stick and then you pull the blade out. You can dodge with it, but because of the fluidity of the attack, you dodge without distancing yourself. Like, you dodge to the side, so you can continue to attack afterwards. Something like that. It's been many years. I've actually played the assassin before, but I don't remember the skills too well. That's if we go sword. So the trick will be if we go daggers, we'll be able to use. We'll learn some skills that are assassin only, but we'll have access to all the dagger skills. A lot of the dagger skills, excuse me, that we bought as the magic. The magic archer. We can also learn some shield skills, like the shield strike, if we want to go that route. So basically, the question is daggers or sword and shield, or sword and bow, because I think the bow takes up the secondary spot as well. I mean, we don't have to use the bow. We can use sword and shield like a fighter would. There are bow skills here. There's triad shot, fires 3 arrows in a wedge pattern, so kind of a split 3-arrow shot, and puncture dart, which is assassin only. You fire the bow. If you have poison arrows, it says it works really well, and it can pierce multiple targets. That's a thing. If we take sword, we can grab dire onslaught and takedown to give us some additional attacks to the combo. We already have roundlay with the dagger. Watchfulness. Halves the severity of wounds you sustain while your blade is sheathed. So if you get hit while you don't have the blade out. So here's the question for chat. Sword or daggers? Do we stay with daggers, or would you like to see me use a different weapon and use some sword skills? That's step 1. Because the assassin can use both. Answer is yes. Thanks, Binary. I can't, well, I guess I could carry both weapons on me, but I can't switch between the dagger and sword like you could switch between, like we switched between the magic bow and the daggers. Sword and dagger both take up the same spot. I can take both if you would like me to take both, and that's possible. It'll just weigh me down even more, but I mean, I can. Dual swords? I wish. Wish they let me do that. So there's not much for dagger yet. Okay, dagger. 3 for dagger. And 2, 3 for sword. So... it'll be easier to choose when we see some of the other skills, because I don't remember where a lot of the specialty assassin skills come out. I'll carry both with me. The daggers aren't that heavy for now, but I'll show off the sword again for now since we're split, and I'll buy the sword skills, and I'll show you intimate strike, which is assassin only. And I guess, well, I'll take I'll take the bow skills then. Okay, for sword, we have blink strike. We want intimate strike. For daggers, oh, we do get to keep the some of them. We can have Scarlet Kisses. We never upgraded these, so they're their base form. We do have Advanced Trigger. Advanced Trigger there. Shield Summon, which is the taunt. Have Shield Strike. And put on the bow skills as well. We still have Regeneration and Potential. Like I said, augments from any class you grab, you can have on. No matter which class you are. You just have to learn them from certain classes. But once you learn them, you can use them with all your classes. That's why augments are really cool. These, once you have a lot of them, these 6 spots will not seem like enough at all. And that will work.
What will it be today? Have your pick. Any you like. Come again.
The idols are said to come in various, which you secure. I trust the master works all.
The master works all. Okay, if we want a sword, let's get a sword. Better than just the broadsword. By you? And we will need a bow. A regular bow. Strength. Well, we have the dire bow. We'll use it. We just need a better sword. We'll equip it for now because it's better than the broadsword.
The master works all.
Sell this broadsword. We don't need it. Everything else can stay. We'll store the Magian crutch in case we want to go back. One of these times you should imitate the NPC, but with the voice of the Jade Cocoon 2 shopkeeper. You're assuming I remember the shopkeeper's voice from Jade Cocoon 2. I remember it, but I don't think I could get anywhere near that without hearing it again. I think it's been too long. Some voices stay with me more. Okay, let's, oh, we have plenty of small fangs. Let's upgrade the dire wolf bow. And upgrade our sword. There we go. We can upgrade the linen shirt, which I'm sure we could find better. Upgrade the sleeves. We could buy better.
The master works all.
Clothing. Not much better. Blessed vest. Iron vest. That's the heaviest thing here. Heavy as in weight as well. As for armor, this armor would work because it's the same one that Gwen was using. I think that'll work.
The master works all, you can't go wrong.
Ha! 3 freakish scales from the Chimera. Let's do that. We'll upgrade Gwen's shield to max. There we go. Hunk of ore, which we have a bunch of now. Upgrade our chain coif. Slate colored horn. We don't have too many of those. Adventurer cloak. There you go, Saurian Scales. She can fully max that out. Good. Alright, let me go store some equipment. Oh yeah, hat. I need a new hat.
A fellow would be just have your pick. What will it be today?
Okay, we don't need that right now. Can't use the wizard helm. Can't use you.
What will it be today? Have your come again?
And a helmet of some kind.
The idols, I trust their master works all.
The master works all. Chain circlet. Leather hood. Skulker mask. Well ventilated and ideal for situations that require stealth. I think we should buy that just because assassin. Red leather hood. Iron headgear. Because we can wear some heavier stuff. Jade Empire. Man. Let me think. Because it sounds familiar. Yeah. Yeah, I've played Jade Empire. No, you think it's like a save game, but it's not. It's a action game. You play as a martial artist, and you can get different styles that you can play. It's I'm trying to think of a game to compare it to. We're going to use the mask. Yeah, it's kind of like coder games, but not nearly as grand on the scale of coder, but it's in that style. You can learn different martial arts. You level up. You bring a party member. It's good. I don't think it's aged extremely well. Just from what I remember of it. I have it on Steam, actually, now that I think about it.
Master works all.
But it was a good game.
Have you equipment to enhance?
Why not stay? Take all the time.
I don't remember if I can use these arrows now.
Do come again.
I think I can. Let me grab some arrows.
Would be smart, just a Jade friend. Just have your pick.
Hi, Aid.
You like.
Welcome to the stream. Yeah, it does have the whole good versus evil choice system like coder games. And the things you can learn are depending on if you go good or evil. Evening, Rushing Squirrel. Welcome to the stream.
What will it be today?
Let me gather some arrows. Grab some poison arrows, because I think I can use them.
What will it be?
And poison arrows are kind of the easiest ones to make. So you fire just regular arrows, I think, with the bow. But you can equip special arrows and use them. Like the poison arrow, for example. And the other thing I wanted to do was wait until morning.
A fellow would be... Just have your pick. What will it be?
Alright.
I wish that dumb dragon would die already.
Working on it.
A fellow would... Just have your pick. Any you like. Come again.
Alright. Yes, we just changed to Assassin. That's what people voted, because we maxed out Magic Archer. So, and people voted to have a different class. So, near deadline, hurry, your time is short. Deadline should almost be up. Like, literally just a few minutes ago, we changed class.
Salvation and the Knights Champion. The capital swirls with ill rumors.
Here.
You are to see, I pray. Material evidence. The inquest has but a few.
No, well, not ready yet. I don't remember if you have to go talk to him or not. Ready for E3? That's still a little ways away, isn't it? 2 months away? When is E3 this year? The answer is yes, always, but...
Well met, sir.
Mystic Assassin. Yeah, Mystic Assassin does not exist.
Someone in the castle must be the knight.
Note that there is no Jack of all trades class, by the way. There's no class that takes a little bit from all three. Your stats level with your class. Well, I'm not worried about it.
We're like to have dealings with the armorer here for some time to come. Well met, sir. Different country.
Like, we're definitely not about min-maxing here with this playthrough. Like, this is more about showing off the game.
Year round makes Grancis well suited for human life.
What do you expect for E3? I still didn't get an answer to my question. When is E3 this year? Okay, let's...
We share these roads with traveling peddlers, guardsmen, and other folk.
But yes, I think I have, you're too inept to do everything at once. Only any two of three things at once makes total sense.
It was no easy choice. Let's back and tell more then.
Oh, it's next month? Okay. So June 13th through 15th. Okay, great.
Can you move?
What am I expecting? What am I expecting for E3? I'm expecting.
Rush. But still, we'd best stay wary.
Let's see. Man, I don't remember. I had some things in mind. I was actually talking with my friends about this a few days ago. Some things for E3.
Then strike.
That was it. That was what we were talking about, Bowman. I'm glad you said. You will see Kingdom Hearts 3 this year. You'll get a release date at E3. I'm predicting that right now. It's been in development for far too long for them not to give a release date now. I'd love to go to E3 once too, Neko. Some really big YouTubers get to go. I am nowhere near that level.
Perhaps we'll find ore among the crags that litter this place.
But it'd be cool to go once.
The Duke could stand to commission some new roads.
You'll see some of the FF7 remake. I think you'll see some combat. You'll see some actual combat. You'll get a I think a 5 to 10 minute little play of Final Fantasy VII of the remake.
We come from the rift. Within this tent sits a rift stone.
E3 is really expensive.
A rift stone. A strange power emanates from within.
Yeah, it's not really a public event. Thank you, Zara, sweetheart. Wait, they're not making Kingdom Hearts 2.9.76 Prologue, Epilogue, Beginning of the End Sequence Part 3? No, they're actually coming out with Kingdom Hearts 3. About time. Like, I'm fatigued out on Kingdom Hearts. I haven't played, like, the past few. Skeleton Magi, Snow Harpies. Kill those.
The training grounds are used to instruct the enemy corps in combat.
So you'll see that. You'll see the Call of Duty World War II game. You'll see some gameplay, probably some multiplayer of that. You'll hear about whatever Ubisoft's got in the making. It'll be a crazy Ubisoft conference per usual.
Serves as a fine bulwark against monsters.
EA will have their usual sports gamut that you'll see.
The road splits here.
I'm trying to think of some other big things that have been in the pipe. Maybe some God of War. You might see a little bit of it. Since when is World War II a thing again? Well, you have to go back because the future thing has been played out. Like, you completely played that out. Here's Intimate Strike. You can see you stab and then pull out of the enemy, like so. You get a nice twirl with the sword as well, which is nice. And you see, you don't lose that much distance when you use it either. It's a very high damaging attack.
What's their behavior? And take careful aim.
And then you can continue your basic attack as well, right afterwards. So you can Intimate Strike, and then continue to attack. And of course, left, it will be your shield. We now have the ability to guard, which is nice. We can shield bash.
Don't allow them to surround you. Keep well clear of those flanks.
It's nice to have a block with the shield. But anyway, the whole future thing has been played out. So Battlefield 1 did the super smart thing and they went back. Like, that was the really smart thing to do. So now Call of Duty's gonna go back to World War II to kind of copy. Inquire after the verdict. So now the verdict is coming down. Another Assassin's Creed? No, because they've said that they are taking a break from Assassin's Creed because they overplayed it. Which is smart. Like, I like Assassin's Creed, but...
Anytime.
I like older Assassin's Creed.
The judge will soon hand down his ruling. We'd best hurry to the capital's Fountain Square.
Later. Anyone know how to switch the language of this game to Japanese? I heard it's possible with the Dark Arisen DLC. I was just curious about the original voices. Options? Gameplay? I saw it, so I know you can. At least I think I remember seeing it. At least I think it was this game. Sorry, I've been playing a lot of games lately. Maybe in the main menu you can. It is smart. Assassin's Creed has been overplayed. So you won't see any Assassin's Creed, I don't think, this year or next year. I think is what they said. I think they said no Assassin's... Or was it last year that they said no Assassin's Creed?
This scenery's quite a change.
I just remember there was supposed to be a break for Assassin's Creed. And they were going to take some time working on the next one, which it needed. Assassin's Creed did get stale. Plus, I didn't like the characters that they started to bring out. I mean, there's a weird balance because you want more Assassin's Creed games if you're a fan. So you want them yearly. You want to play another Assassin's Creed game. But at the same time, quality drops when you just come out with Assassin's Creed over and over and over again. I totally tried to shoot with the bow there. Don't have that anymore. So you can see that blocks take stamina. So you can't just block forever. The stronger the hit, the more stamina it's going to take.
Find an opening, then strike.
Let's wait and see what they do. I'll bolster our defenses.
Keep well clear of those flanks.
We're going toward the Witchwood.
Don't allow them to
I
surround
need to
you.
go over here. From Nintendo, I think they're working on a Mario game, so you'll see that. From Nintendo. I don't have the money for a Switch or for a Switch, so I'm kind of not caring about Nintendo. I mean, I'll watch and see what they have. See what they're doing, just because, but, jeez, where are the pawns? Over there. They're over there.
Very well.
Like this.
I'm on my way.
That's good.
I shall restore your...
Alright.
Hold on.
Now we're back in the fight. You can see really heavy attacks can stop your attack. Or can stop your block.
Send you back to the grave.
They're left exposed after a grand strike.
And then you're really getting to see intimate strike. You use like that, pull them towards you, and then start swinging with other attacks. And then broad cut is just what it sounds like. It's a big attack. You also get to backstab with it, or backstab with it. Now, please remember, this is just the basic assassin stuff. We're rank 1 assassin, so there's more stuff. No, I don't think you can't say anything anymore though. Like I want a new Sogenin game, but it'll never happen. You can never say that anymore. Night Trap is getting remade. I found that out a few days ago. If Night Trap is getting a remake, anything is possible. Darksiders 3, which was Left 4 Dead, is going to be coming out. You know, we were supposed to be working with these assassins. Oh, that's why I'm not getting healed. Blast. So, I mean, anything's possible. I just don't think you'll see it. There we go. Stop stunning me, that's really annoying. It's the archer that's breaking the guard, which really stinks. Stop guarding. We can also do that with the shield now. Oh good, now we're rank 2. We can do that with the shield now. We can shield bash and that'll stop guarding. Stop enemies that are guarding.
Hold on.
Alright. Got through. Pawns only make 1 step per turn, you have to wait for them. That's really good, Vase. That's really good. I haven't even played Breath of the Wild, and I know Breath of the Wild will be Game of the Year. Like, just from the, just from what I've seen. This is going to be a really interesting E3 to me, because you're not going to have all the console talk. Really, well, you'll have a little console talk from, but like this will be because the Switch is out now, so I think you'll hear a lot of games about the Switch. You'll hear a lot of games from PlayStation because the PlayStation Pro. You'll get some Move as well from there. I think this is going to be, this could possibly be the VR show of this E3. Like, I think you could see a lot of VR games because VR has taken some really big leaps the past 6 months or so.
The road splits here.
That I think you're gonna see. I think you can see a lot of VR stuff.
I'll bleed you dry.
What could it be meant to defend?
They're left exposed after a grand strike.
Why is that person attacking? So stupid. I remember I killed him. You tell your guy to stop.
Fixes to the last, have you? I am glad to be rid of them.
No, I could never afford VR. It's not cheap. Like, I'll never... I'm just telling you what you're going to see at E3. That's what people don't get when I talk about E3. It's what you're going to... That's what you're going to see. Fable is... good? Question mark? Fable is really hit or miss. I like Fable, but not everybody likes Fable. But I think you're going to see a lot of, maybe I should say you will see some VR because I think VR is getting better. It just keeps improving. You're going to see some games. I think you'll see at least a couple at each press conference. You'll see something. What is Fable? Fable is a game kind of like this. Well, not like this, but it's an older version of this. You make decisions. Your decisions come back and bite you, or you choose good, you choose bad decisions. You play through a story. There's sword, ranged attacks. There's melee, ranged attacks, and magic. As you As you use each one, you get EXP for that fighting style, and then you buy new moves, new spells for magic. Do you eat food in Fable? Yes, you eat food in Fable, and if you eat a lot of fatty food, your character will get fat. If you eat healthy food, then your character will lose weight. That's Fable. It's hard to explain Fable. That's the best I can do.
You've quite the skill, Arisen, and the strength of will to match, I now see. You have proven your will, Arisen. In return, I grant you freedom. You're an equal among us now. The freedom to follow your own will where it takes you is a precious thing indeed. Here, bring this whene'er you wish to pass. I shall see you are granted free transit.
There we go.
I've learned what to
Good.
do with this quest.
Now they shouldn't attack us. Shines with a muted gleam. Token that proves one has earned Maul's fellowship and trust. That's a decent way to put it, Rushing Squirrel.
Anytime.
Like I said, Fables... But some people love Fable, some people don't like Fable. I think it's okay to good. Really?
They're attacking quick.
Do it again. Do that again. You reset because now we have the badge. Go ahead, swing at me again. Which Fable was the one where you eat? You get fat if you eat too much. Then 3, 2. Didn't all the Fables do that? Maybe not. I tend to get them all mixed up, to be honest. The problem with Fable is it never. Hi, Panther. Sorry that you're sick and tired. That's never fun. Okay, now we need a new quest. But all the Fables kind of blend to me. There's things I liked about each one and things I didn't like about each one. So that's why I said they're all right. All right, let's go back to Grand Soren and see the verdict. We can do that. Wrong menu. Sorry. And while we're here, we can also look at new skills. Which do I play? I played all 3. Hopefully not sick of tired of Cendril 9 or us. That's true. By the way, keep up the good work for Resident Evil 5. Thank you. We will do our best. I've played them all. I've played 1, 2, and 3. Like I said, I've liked parts of each, and
Order! I will have order!
disliked parts of them all.
This inquest has its conclusion. Fornival Frescobaldi, in the name of His Grace, Duke Edmund Dragonsbane, the court hereby proclaims its verdict. Not guilty. You are cleared of all charges and released from bondage forthwith. The inquest is hereby ended.
There you go. Not guilty.
Our task is done. Let us report our progress. We're like to have dealings with the armorer here for some time to come.
The master works all. You can't go wrong.
Who among you has seen the dragon? Who saw it?
What? Where's my confetti? Yeah, the fighting system in Fable is basic. I would say it's not great by any means. Fable, I don't like making comparisons like this, but Fable is a worse version of this game. That's what it is. But I mean, Fable came first. So, but Fable is like just a very bare bones version of this game, kind of. Fable has some interesting mechanics, but they're all eh. Like, Fable has some good ideas, but they're not... Nobody likes you. Let's just attack Festi and then get sent to the dungeon. It'll be worth it.
Word of Fornival's verdict has come. He was judged innocent somehow.
I really don't remember Fable 1 that much, honestly. Like, I really don't. I'd like to pick up the Fable Anniversary Edition at some point, because I'm pretty sure that's on Steam, and play through that again. Because I really don't remember Fable 1. Like, I was trying to remember things from Fable 1, and I can't remember anything. I remember Fable 2 quite a bit, and Fable 3 quite a bit. Fable 3, mostly because of Sir Walter Beck. One of the best NPCs ever.
It was an acquittal hued in shades of grey, scarce different from black. But an acquittal nonetheless. The trial was fair, and so we must accept its decision.
Dragon's Dogma, the fighting system is a core of the game, at least in my opinion. In Fable, it's more about the decisions you make in the story and the story itself. What made it unique for me was the fact you can interact with every NPC you encounter. Kind of. You can interact with every NPC you can encounter, but it's a very shallow interaction. The decisions you make, yeah, kind of. The story is more important to Fable, but at some points the story is more annoying than it is being a story.
Though the matter ended sourly, it's by no fault of yours. Take your wages with my thanks, Arisen.
Anyway, if you loved Fable, that's great. Like I said, there are people that love Fable, there are people that didn't like how Fable turned out, and me, I'm in the middle. It's okay. I like Fable, but it's nothing nothing super awesome great. So that's done.
You are to see ice prey. Escape.
Oh yeah, we need to go to Blue Moon Tower. Alright, see you later, love. Like, Fable's got... I used the money glitch in the third installment. Everybody used the money glitch in Fable 3. Like, it's too easy. Yay, Gwen leveled up.
Well met.
Awesome. Fable just never struck the right balance to me in its gameplay. Or its story. Like, Fable has a ton of great ideas. And they're not bad. They just hit off the mark. Like, all of them are just like, they don't bullseye any of the ideas. Like, they all shoot 7 out of 10s. Like, it's they all shoot like 6 or 7s out of 10. So the game just ends up being good. Whereas it, like, I see the potential where Fable could have been really super awesome, but it's just not. Like, Dragon's Dogma is... Yeah, I don't want to compare it to Dragon's Dogma, but hey, that's what I'm playing right now. Dragon's Dogma is awesome.
I hear no window. Have your pick. Any you like.
I spent like 20 hours of making cakes just to be able to get all the good endings. All you have to do is once you start buying the shops, that's it. Like I don't need the money glitch on the Xbox. Like by money, I just mean it was super easy to make money. You spend a few hours, like I did blacksmithing in Fable 3. So I did blacksmithing. And then once you get a little bit of money, you buy a store, and then that's it. It's the beginning of the end. Because once you start buying properties, you'll be rolling in money.
What will it be today?
Anyway, enough about Fable. As a rank 2 assassin, for the sword, we can learn Tusk Toss, which is the send enemies in the air. This is assassin only with the daggers. Back kick. Pulls back momentarily before unleashing a frontal kick. I don't know why it's called back kick. If I remember right, you basically door kick somebody with this, which is really awesome. For the shield, you could learn the special moving castle. A quick forward lunge while guarding with the shield. This is, again, assassin only. So, you have your shield up, so you're still guarding, but then you get like I said, a forward lunge, so you can attack with your shield still up. Pretty useful. Like I said, Assassin's got it's a very interesting class because it has a mix between fighter and strider. Fighter with a lot of the moves, using a sword, using a shield, but strider with a lot of the movement that you get. Quick loose. Take this. Requires less time to knock the next arrow. Knock the next arrow. Blah. Slow down. So you can fire faster. Entrancement. Increase your stamina, but only at nighttime because assassin. I'd like to see the combo of sword and bow, if you don't mind. Okay. I can do that. I'll come back and show off back kick and moving castle.
What will it be today? Have your pick. Come again.
So we need to put on the bow. So again, you can't have the shield and bow on at the same time. You can't have daggers and sword on at the same time. So you end up choosing. There's the bow. Hey, Reynard.
Traveling about like now.
What you got? Chestnut branch to make arrows and stuff. Acid, you might cloud wine. Rusted stuff. Flutter padding.
Now, pray.
Alright, see ya, Panther. Again, now I need a new quest. Investigate the secret meeting.
Speak to any pawn, and they will gladly join your service, Arisen.
This must be where salvation meets.
Duke Ed, what is...
Do I have to wait for nighttime? I might have to wait for nighttime. Or anything you can, not only have Salvation's clandestine meeting, but also the cults of Edmund in the skill description. May have to be nighttime. Yeah, there's Farina saying, you know, doesn't seem right to hold a secret meeting in the daytime. I don't want to go after the Griffin until we have more ranks in Assassin. So we're just going to do some random combat so I can show off the bow. The bow and such. In fact, we're going to go to the northern part here. Secret meeting at high noon in the center of town square. No one will suspect a thing. Yeah, see, you fake them out, Binary. That's how you do it.
There's something drawn on the hill.
Because there should be harpies here. There's always harpies here. Unless they haven't respawned from the last time I killed them. Nope, there they are. Okay, so you can fire regular bows. Now the thing with the bow is it doesn't aim. It's not a magic bow. It doesn't auto aim. So you have to be a good shot. Threefold arrow. You fire 3 arrows at once. You can get a lot of damage that way. But it takes a good chunk of stamina. Now, if you're using special arrows, which I'll equip now, it will use 3 of them at once. You can see in the right, I'll tell you how many special arrows you have left. And each shot takes 1.
Beware the harpy song! I've learned new techniques against that foe.
And it'll use 3 arrows if you, while you're using threefold arrow.
Goblins roam in packs or
Crates may hold alt of use.
Where's that Cyclops that I saw? Let's do that instead.
Where that fails,
Snow harpies.
Yeah, snow harpies, but I saw a Cyclops. Where'd you go? You can still use the sword, but you don't have use of the shield. Now, if you like the sword abilities more, you could still use the sword. That's no problem. But the dagger is kind of what they expect you to use with the bow, because then you have the 2 daggers and you swing a lot. But if you like the sword, you can use the sword and the bow.
It's effective to knock them back.
Hit the snow harpy. There we go.
Just wait.
Other things you have Puncture Dart, which is very precise, as you can see, and will also shoot through multiple enemies. But it takes a while to draw back, as you can see. If you're not moving, it's of course you get more precise aiming with the bow. And you get really precise aiming if you use Puncture Dart, which again is Assassin. Triad Shot will have you fire the arrows in a like a split formation.
This'll restore a bit.
But you'll use 3 arrows per shot. So you have to keep track of your special.
I'll heal your wounds.
I don't see the point of using sword and shield or daggers and bow. You can simply play as strider or fighter. Both are better with their weapon combos. But the thing that sets the assassin apart is that the assassin has special techniques that only they can use with all the weapons. That's how they made it to where, oh, well, why don't I just play strider, for example, like you said, or why don't I just play fighter? That's what they did. They made it to where there are special only assassin techniques for all of them, all of the above. There's special shield techniques that only the assassin can use. Special sword techniques that only the assassin can use. That's how they tackled that challenge, which is really cool. So even if you're using sword and shield, you can have different techniques as an assassin than the fighter would have. There he went. The bow will take you as far as how good you aim. This makes it easier to hit enemy weak points, but harder to hit enemies themselves. And we're out of poison arrows. You can go through the poison arrows. You can go through special arrows really quick. But as you can see, you can fire the bow really fast. You have an infinite supply of normal arrows, so you don't have to worry about that. You can do a lot of damage with trifold arrow as well because you're firing 3 times at once, basically. Just watch out for your stamina. There you go, it's dead.
Is that a rough, some sort of structure? For what purpose was this place built?
Apple. I pick up all the stuff from the Cyclops. Good. The Assassin gives you a lot of flexibility. That's one thing I do like about the Assassin. It really does take a lot from Fighter, a lot from Strider, but then mixes in its own moves. You're very versatile as the assassin, because you can go sword, or you can go daggers, you can go bow, or you can go shield. You can be more melee, you can be ranged with the bow, you can be more defensive with the shield, you can go all-out attack. You have skills for all of the above. There's a lot of choices that you have with Assassin, which is nice.
We've arrived at the Duke's northern...
Let's go this way. Well, the Assassin would be the Jack of all trades classes, but it doesn't use magic. That's where the Assassin's shortcoming is. You don't have magic. So, no mystical healing, no real elemental attacks, because you don't really have elemental arrows from what I remember. You can have oil, and then shoot an explosive arrow or something like that, but there's no magic with the Assassin. So anything that has a lot of physical defense will not be your forte. Can I spare thoughts on Last Remnant? Last Remnant is super annoying. Last Remnant has some really cool ideas, and then they butcher all of them. They butcher most of them, not all of them. They butcher most of them. They butcher the ones that really matter, which is the combat. That is my thoughts on Last Remnant. Last Remnant is a game that I super wanted to love. How did your playthrough go? It went okay, I guess, but I didn't beat the final boss. Hey, Ivan! Same here! That's why that playlist has a different tag than the ones that I complete. I think I put finished or something like that. Like I put a different tag because I could not beat the final boss. It was lame. It was really dumb. I got close once and then died. Last Remnant is just like Fable. It had a ton of cool ideas and then did not execute them very well. I'm still angry about Last Remnant. Because I cannot tell you just how hyped I was for Last Remnant. I go over this in the LP, but like that was a game that I was so super excited to play when it first came out. Never got to play it many years later, stream it, and just how disappointing it was for me is I can't tell you. I cannot put into words just how disappointing it was for me. From what I wanted. Still a good game. Last Remnant's still a good game, but it could have been so much more. Like it had everything I wanted. I've been wanting in that genre, that subgenre of RPG. Another NPR watch says actually finished Last Remnant. 196 episodes, each 45 minutes to an hour long. Kudos to him. Yay, rank 3. The first class is always the hardest to rank up. After that, you'll have levels and good gear on your side. You'll have money to buy good gear, or just good gear you've stored. Then you can start ranking up faster. Because you can take harder stuff on, even though your vocation rank is lower.
Let's wait and see what they do.
I like how the wolves keep missing. That they lunge this way and then miss.
Learn a new way to fight. Lure them down and strike!
Watch their behavior.
Now, I personally am not a fan of the regular bow because I am not that good of a shot when enemies are moving around a lot. I like the magic bow. And like I said, the good thing about the bow is that you can hit enemy weak points, which is really nice. It's really easy to hit that because you can manually aim it. But when enemies are really fast moving around a lot, I tend to miss my shots.
Leave it to me.
A curative will serve.
I don't know, I haven't watched much of the game there. Kudos to him for finishing it though. Cast heal. So dumb. He was okay, I just did not get why he was the one calling the shots. I personally didn't like Rush. I thought Rush was alright. He by far wasn't my favorite character at all. Like, he really felt like he should have been more of a side character than the main character. And it's that ends up being the problem I have with Rush. Until the very end, he doesn't even feel like the super main character, like the main protagonist. we go. Now you're... Oh, see. You were healing, and now you're not healing. Heal now. Now you're not going to. Because of the...
Not just attack one. Strike. Dire wolf. 'Tis more bloodthirsty than a wolf.
I'll give aid.
The dire wolf. I should be using Blink Strike more to close the distance. You can use Blink Strike to get the dash attack, and then once you're close, you can use Intimate Strike for the more big damage. But yeah, that's how Last Remnant went. Like, to me, David should have been, like, the main character. We should have been following David all along, and then Rush could have been, like, some support character. Who you help find his sister along the way. That's how I feel, anyway. That's me. David was one of the few things that got right. His character was awesome. Okay, see you, Neko. Sorry that I'm boring everybody. I think I'm boring everybody. We're just out here searching around because I want to level up Assassin. Oh, you can sell that later. Beak of Gold. It's another gold item for you to sell. In fact, we've reached rank 3. Let me teleport. I wanted to try the whole Twitch bit system thing, but they asked for a bunch of information. And I just didn't feel like,
One can reach it from anywhere with the use of a magic item.
like filling all that out, a bunch of tax information and stuff like that. I was like, I'll do it later.
This is a place quite restful to my kind.
I was like, I have the PayPal link and Patreon links that people can use for now. Everyone's not feeling so well today, it seems. I'm with you, Maze. A lot of people are, you know, saying they're sick, they're tired. Like, not a good day for people, which is sad because today's been really awesome for me. Keep an eye out on the channel depending on how I hear back from this email. Either soon or next month for a game that's coming out. I think it's really cool. I don't want to say too much, but there'll be a new project on the channel at some point, and it's really cool the opportunity that I'm getting with this. So something wilted. It'd be these. They're time sensitive.
The masterworks all come again.
The masterworks all.
All these workers going about their business. How lively. Ought we adjust our inventory?
Celine never made it here.
I hear no
I'll go back and
Have your
talk to
pick.
her.
Any you like. What will it be today?
Thought she was supposed to come to town. Oh, let me deposit stuff. Guess the weather change is getting to everyone. Yeah, I guess so. Bits are just another way to donate money. That's what it is. Okay, there's all that stored. Still heavy. I guess it's all the mushrooms and stuff I've been picking up. materials. One of those was a sunbright, so it's just gonna wilt. Oh well. Super exciting, I know. Inventory management, but I should have kept the small nuts on me. They don't take up that much space.
What will it be today? Have your pick. What will it be today?
As a rank 3 assassin, you start to see some of the upgrades. You can get Burst Strike, which is a more powerful version of Blink Strike. You can run even farther. We already have Intimate Strike. You can learn Intimate Gambit, which is the upgraded version. This is, again, assassin only. A quick, powerful stab with good odds of stunning its victim. The user stays near the target, allowing for further blows. So it's just like Intimate Strike, but you have a higher chance to stun, which could be useful against pesky enemies. You can learn Powder Charge. It's not the same thing as Toss and Trigger. This is assassin only as well. You can tell by the symbol down here, by the way. But you place an explosive on the ground, and then you can detonate it later. I think you can shoot a, no, you just press the button again. Yeah, so basically you have a remote mine. It's a medieval remote mine, is what it is. You place the powder charge down, walk away, and then explode. Those are all sword skills. Toss and trigger for the daggers, but we already have that. Shield drum, which is the improved taunt. Some new skills for your bow. Some of these, as you can see, are Strider skills as well, but the assassin can use them too. Full bend. Draws the bow with all the user's might, then loses a shot straight ahead. You take time to charge it, but then it's a really powerful hit because you pull the you take time to pull the bow all the way back. Full bend is, you've seen the bandits use when they stunned me out of blocking with the shield. That's what they were doing. Keen Sight, which is assassin only. Special Sight augments the viewer's vision, allowing them to target distant foes. Each shot requires extensive stamina, so it takes a lot of stamina. But Keen Sight is basically like a scope, if I remember right. You zoom in with Keen Sight. So if you want kind of a, quote, sniper rifle, unquote, feel to your bow, Keen Sight will do it. I believe that's how that works. Skewer Dart, which is the advanced form of Puncture Dart. It can cancel a foe's block now, and it can go through more targets. But the big thing is it can go through an enemy that's blocking. You can learn Deflect now. The shield skill Deflect. You can learn this ability, Increase your health. But only at nighttime. Do you get the whole assassin thing? Nighttime. Makes sense, right? But you can have more health and more stamina at nighttime once you have both of these skills. And there you go. So there are the skills you can get for assassin. I'll grab Powder Charge and show all that off. I want to show off the assassin only skills. I think that's how we'll go about this. I'll get the improved Intimate Strike, Intimate Gambit. You can hopefully see the stun. I'll grab Bat Kick when we switch back to the daggers. And that'll work for now. Instead of Broad Cut, Powder Charge. And that will work.
What will it be today? Have your pick. Any you like. Come again.
Come again. Do I have anything else to store?
Fellow, just have your pick. What will it be today?
Not really.
What will it be? Have you come again?
I can give oil. Oh, close. Only at night or also in dark places would not make much difference there. That's a good question, Maze. I'm not sure. It says only at nighttime, so...
Why not? Take all.
I need an airtight flask for when the egg turns gold. Buy healing items. The NPCs to use.
Take all the time. Do come again.
Okay. Let's... Since it's nighttime, let's go to the secret meeting now. Sneaky.
What do you make of this new plan the High Conclave's crafted? I know the aim's to sow chaos, but still, I can't but think it's excessive. Talk is those walking bones have slain 3 of our own, and we're to let such creatures roam the roads.
Aye, if we're so ordered. The rest of the Conclave's design relies on those skeletons to draw off the Duke's attention. I'll grant you their bloodthirst is greater than I thought. 'Tis time to send word to the others. Come, no more doubts, brother. You're to begin work under the Conclave soon, no?
Aye, I'm bound for there now. 'Tis my first time. I was surprised at the summons, truth be told. I've not been with Salvation long. I suppose they trust me. I'll not miss the hellish life of a messenger, I'll tell you that.
For a moment, I thought his name was Target. Confront or follow one of them. Follow's not a bad idea. Let's hang back. Best get secret meeting. We've kind of seen Salvation, you get summoned to one of those really cool meetings. We've seen what happens. I don't think you want to be part of that meeting. Just saying. I really don't think you want to. If they're not gonna do anything, I am just gonna rush and grab one. Where's your hideout? In true assassin style, just run up, grab one, hold the sword to his throat.
You! How long were you there? What did you hear?
Blast.
The skeletons.
Damn my luck. I'll not hang for salvation. It was only a way to earn some coin in the first place. They pay a tidy sum for finding new believers and sending them on to the Conclave, though. I suppose my hand in that ends today.
It does.
Let's be civil here, friend. We're not enemies, you and I. Surely we can strike a deal that benefits the both of us. Like, say, I give you a special bit of merchandise in return for a stack of coin. Well, will you help me put this dark business behind me?
Accept his offer and pay him 10k? Or just kill him and take it? Both are choices. We can pay him and then he'll just leave forever and he can start a new life. Or we just kill him for everything he's been doing. Kill him with fire? I can't do that anymore. I'm not the magic archer. I don't have sunburst anymore. That's cool, Ryuji. Oh, well then pay. Evilclaw, well, you are an assassin. Run away an option? No, we either kill him and take the thing, or we pay him. I could plant a mine afterwards. Alright, we're gonna pay him. Here you go.
Good, good. Pray, just tell no one it was I what gave you this, eh? 'Tis a key that will allow you into their sanctum.
10,000 is a lot, but we've made a lot of money from quests. This is why it's really good to do side quests. Just take them all. You'll end up doing them as you're out fighting. Because a lot of the side quests are that you take from the notice board give quite a bit of money, and it's just killing enemies, which you're going to do while you're wandering around anyway. So we've gotten a lot of money from that.
What you do once you're there is your business, though I doubt you'll manage much.
I've learned what to do in this quest.
I've gained
There we go.
This wins us entry into the catacombs depths.
We now have a key to go to their base. Key to the door of the catacombs first level on the path to Salvation's Sanctum. First key to salvation. We can do that now. Well, actually, we can do that next time. Next time, I'll show off more of the assassin. You'll get to see that, more of the skills.
Here we can rest,
Should be a lot of fun.
inventory and skills and so on.
A fellow would be. Have your pick. Any. What will it be today?
There's something I was going to store and I don't remember what it was.
What will it be? Have your. Come again soon.
But I should have known Cendril's version of an assassin would be kill them with kindness and gold. Gold and kindness. Hey, in Final Fantasies, throwing money hurts. Oh, don't worry. You'll see plenty of assassin next time.
I trust you. Their master works. Their master works.
Let's sell this first. There you go. Yeah, Guild Toss.
Their master work. Come again.
Very useful. Anyway, I will go ahead and return to the title screen, because again. And again, thank you all very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you had a lot of fun. We kind of just wandered around. We did a few quests, but not as many as I kind of wandered around trying to decide what quest I wanted to do. We switched class. We've got a few ranks in Assassin now, which will be fun. As we get even more ranks with Assassin, we'll get some cooler skills, even more, some more upgrades to skills as well. I'll show off the basically remote mine that we're gonna have. It should be a lot of fun. So Wednesday, please come back for more Dragon's Dogma. I hope you all enjoyed and had a ton of fun. There's a few of you. Stick around in chat so I can talk to you, because there's something I need to ask you about. Until the next stream, thank you all very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you had a lot of fun. Till Wednesday, I'm Cendril 9. Remember to shoot for the stars and take care, everyone.